Welcome to the Lakers News Channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and activate the notification bell. Write in the comments which city you are watching from. LeBron James caused a stir on Monday by making a trip to Cleveland to catch the Cavaliers facing off against the Celtics in the playoffs. As expected, this sparked speculation about whether his presence hinted at a possible return to his hometown team. This isn't the first time there's been talk of LeBron reuniting with the Cavaliers. In 2022, he mentioned to Jason Lloyd of The Athletic that he hasn't ruled out the possibility of going back home. Adding to the intrigue is LeBron's contract situation. He holds a $51 million player option, which he could choose to decline, making him a free agent without restrictions. Could this pave the way for him to finish his career where it all began? And would the Lakers be willing to facilitate such a move? If James were to opt out of his contract, it would be challenging for the Cavs to sign him without significant assistance from other teams. He's expected to command a starting salary of $50 million or more, while the Cavaliers are projected to have only their $12.9 million mid-level exception available for spending, which falls far short of what would be required. This means that Cleveland would need to unload a considerable amount of salary through trades to create enough space to sign James. One possibility is trading valuable players like Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen to teams with sufficient cap space, such as the Pistons or Spurs, without receiving players in return. However, a more realistic scenario would likely involve the Cavaliers engaging in a sign-and-trade deal with the Lakers. The Cavaliers do possess some high-quality assets that they could utilize in a trade for James. Recent playoff performances have highlighted that while their players are individually talented, they may not mesh well together as a cohesive unit. Donovan Mitchell has notably stood out as one of the top performers in the postseason, whereas Garland has faced challenges. Garland's game seems to thrive more when Mitchell is absent, as demonstrated by his impressive 30-point performance in Game 5. Similar dynamics can be observed with Allen and Evan Mobley, whose skill sets overlap considerably without offering enough perimeter shooting. In a potential sign-and-trade scenario, the Lakers could potentially acquire two of these players. LeBron is eligible for a 3-year contract worth up to $162 million, according to ESPN's Bobby Marks. To match his salary of roughly $50 million, the Cavaliers would need to offload some salary in the trade. A sign-and-trade arrangement relies heavily on the cooperation of the Lakers. If James were to express a desire to return to Cleveland, his considerable influence could potentially persuade Los Angeles to accommodate such a request. However, any deal would need to be advantageous for the Lakers as well. Players like Garland and Allen could meet that criterion. Garland, in particular, brings a compelling resume to the table. Despite his recent challenges, he remains a highly regarded young point guard with previous All-Star recognition. His playing style thrives when he has significant ball handling responsibilities, which he hasn't had much opportunity for alongside Mitchell. Garland's strong passing skills and impressive shooting ability could make him a valuable complement to Anthony Davis for the Lakers, who have been seeking an upgrade at the point guard position. Garland presents an attractive opportunity for improvement, especially considering his potential upside and relatively lower current value. Allen's credentials as a former All-Star and his recent consideration for the Defensive Player of the Year award certainly enhance his appeal. While his offensive compatibility with Davis might not be seamless, there's potential for him to be traded to a third team later if similar issues arise. Additionally, the defensive prowess of a Davis-Allen pairing would be formidable and could provide valuable insurance in case Davis faces any absences. Acquiring players like Allen and Garland would enable the Lakers to inject youth and depth into their roster. While they may not be able to fully replace LeBron's impact if he opts to depart, this move positions them as competitively as possible given their lack of control over their 2025 and 2027 draft picks. Tanking doesn't offer a viable strategy. Instead, they can opt for a more agile approach, retooling their roster while remaining competitive with the assets acquired in this potential trade. Even at the age of 39, James remains one of the top 15 players in the league. Throughout his career, he has consistently elevated his teams, often surpassing the collective abilities of his teammates. The current Cavaliers roster has shown flashes of championship-caliber play, evidenced by their dominant stretch of winning 16 out of 17 games earlier in the season. However, they have struggled to maintain that level of consistency, especially during the playoffs. Bringing LeBron back to Cleveland would likely propel the team to championship contention once again. His presence and leadership would elevate the squad, potentially helping them reach the level of consistent excellence necessary for playoff success. LeBron James would likely have a better opportunity to return to the NBA Finals by joining the Cleveland Cavaliers rather than remaining with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers barely secured a playoff spot and were far from competitive, ultimately losing in 5 games to the Nuggets in the first round. While they do have 3 first-round draft picks available for potential upgrades, it's uncertain whether these additions would be sufficient to elevate them past the top teams in the highly competitive Western Conference. On the other hand, Cleveland faces a comparatively easier path to the finals in the weaker Eastern Conference. With the exception of Boston, every team in the East has significant weaknesses. Joining the Cavaliers and leading them back to the finals would create a storybook ending for LeBron's career. Moreover, the current Cavaliers roster combined with LeBron's presence is considered strong enough to make a serious run at the championship. By returning to Cleveland, LeBron would not only secure his financial interests, but also find himself on a better team with a clearer path to contention. He would have another opportunity to play the role of savior in Ohio and potentially craft a remarkable conclusion to his storied career. The Los Angeles Lakers are gearing up for a crucial offseason, focusing on the hunt for a new head coach and strengthening their roster. General manager Rob Pelinka is under considerable scrutiny, with his future possibly hanging on the outcomes of the upcoming decisions. Finding a capable head coach is essential, but the team's fortunes also rely on adding talent to their roster. There's been considerable talk about the Lakers' ambition to bring in a third star to support LeBron James and Anthony Davis, aiming to bolster their chances of contending for a championship. Amidst swirling rumors, an Eastern Conference general manager has floated a potential target for the Lakers, Brandon Ingram, a former Lakers draft pick who currently plays for the New Orleans Pelicans. The anonymous GM suggests that adding Ingram as a third option could substantially elevate the Lakers, repositioning them as contenders for the championship. Ingram, who has been the subject of trade speculation during his time with the Pelicans, is no stranger to the Lakers organization. His development since leaving the team has caught the attention of many. Despite concerns about his injury history, Ingram's on-court performance has been impressive, with averages of 20.8 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 5.7 assists in 64 games last season. The GM further elaborated on the potential trade dynamics, highlighting how Ingram's injury history and contractual status might reduce the trade cost, thus making a move to the Lakers a viable option. Reacquiring Ingram could offer significant benefits for the Lakers, not only in bolstering their pursuit of an immediate championship, but also in laying a foundation for the team's future, especially in the post-LeBron James era. At 26 years old, Ingram is entering his prime, positioning him as a potential cornerstone for the Lakers alongside Anthony Davis. This move could set the stage for sustained success and competitiveness for years to come. Leave your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified when we post new videos.